Today, we're happy to announce a new product that we've been working on, TensorPool Jobs. Since founding TensorPool, we've realized how much of a pain the current GPU access paradigm is. So we've decided to flip it and designed a Git-style interface for machine learning jobs. This is the first step in our journey to abstract away GPU infrastructure for machine learning scientists. Let's take a look at what features Jobs has by doing a walkthrough of fine-tuning DeepSeek R1, which is a model I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard about at this point. Here we have pretty standard code for fine-tuning R1. To get started with Jobs, we want to create our config file. We can do that by simply entering tp job init into the CLI. As you can see, a configuration file was spun up with some pretty default commands included. But I've actually already prepared one for the sake of this demo, so let's take a look. As you can see, we have a list of commands here that we want to run on the machine, including a command that runs our training script for 3 epochs and saves our weights every 3,000 steps. We're just going to use a single B200 for this example, but with TensorPool, I can specify as many GPUs as I want. For example, I could change this to 8x B200s if I wanted 8 B200s and a little bit more beef behind this run. We've also set an output directory, which is where all of our output files will be saved to after job completion. Now, once you've filled out your TOML file, it's super easy to run this job. All you type is tp job push and then your configuration file name. So let's check in on our job now. To see all of our jobs, all you got to do is type in tp job list. Here, we can see our most recent job and that it's running. Now, if we want to see what's going on in real time, all we have to do is type tp job listen and then that job ID. Now, as you can see, all of our packages are just installing right now since we just kicked off the job. But if something goes awry, all we have to do is type tp job cancel and then our job ID. We're not going to do that right now because we don't want to cancel our job. We want to see it finish running. Since this is a pretty hefty job, let's check back in tomorrow when it's finished and hopefully I'm in a new change of clothes by now. Alrighty, we're back and we didn't even have to change, didn't even have to shower because our job finished that quickly. So let's see what was happening when the job finished. We do this by saying tp job listen again, and then we can get the end of the std out right here. So you can see we were getting some losses, we're getting some learning rates, epochs, etc., etc. Now, if we want to pull these weights into our directory, all we have to do is tp job pull and then our job ID. So as you can see here on the top right, our job is already starting to get pulled up here. The possibilities of TensorPool jobs are limitless. We've seen people kick off massive hyperparameter sweeps in seconds, run model architecture experiments with very minimal friction, and even use it as a Slurm or Kubernetes alternative for on-prem clusters. Check out our docs, which can be found at tensorpool.dev to try it yourself today. You can also get $10 for free. We've also launched a Slack, which I'll link in the video description. Join to follow along with our journey and ask any questions you might have there. Happy training!